pilots, and welcome back to Flight Academy Season 5, brought to you by Out of Arc Gaming. As always, my name is Phil, and today we have the final round-robin game of this 21-match series before the top four. Both of these players are fighting for their final positions. Andy, in fact, is fighting to make it into the top four. He is currently 1 point outside. So a win for Andy cements himself in the top four. Ben is looking to try and confirm where he seeds in our top four. But joining me for this commentary today, we have...
Hi guys, it's Ben.
Hey Ben, welcome back. Obviously, not the Ben that's on the table, just the Ben that's behind the screen this time with me. But it's good to have you here. We've got one of your absolute favourite ships on the table with the Mist Hunter. So
Yes,
hopefully,
love to see it.
I mean, I know we were having a debate before the season started of how close you were to actually flying it yourself.
Yeah, I really like Forlom. Forlom with advanced sensors is just really funny.
Yeah. I mean, the Mist Hunter, I mean, I kind of hope that Atomic Mass are watching and have seen this and seen how much love the Mist Hunter is getting here, because I think a lot of people just want it back. And the Star Viper,
Star Viper
and
as well,
the
yeah.
Phantom. I mean, they're the only three... Yeah, they're the only three ships that are extended that we've got in this lineup, but it's been great to see it. I mean, Zuckus and Forlom have just been absolutely brutal at points, just annihilating ships left, right, and centre. But obviously, you've come up against both these players already in the tournament. Which of these two lists, in your opinion, do you think is actually the scarier?
I kind of lean towards Andy's. Although Zuckas is scary, I think you can focus him down quite quick.
Yeah.
And Luke's just a absolute beast out there.
5 points.
Very hard to take down.
Yeah. I mean, 5 points, you're getting Proton Torpedoes, Instinctive Aim, R2D2, and the unique attack speed upgrade. It's just brilliant. 2 force on there with Luke's ability.
Yeah, Magma ability could be quite nasty against Zuckas. So Zuckas is chucking a lot of dice, but can't modify them as much as you want to. Like a target lock with Zuckas is a bit difficult with Magva shutting down rerolls.
You need that focus and to hope that you're getting paint with everything, really. You're rolling 5 dice, which is helpful, but I mean, Zuckus and Magva almost counter each other as well. Like, Magva's like, well, you can't re-roll for attack, and Zuckus is like, well, I'm taking away your token then in defense. So it's almost like a little sibling squabbling match between them. And then there's just Zizor and Luke just going, oh, kids, come on. This is how it's done. Opening engagement has definitely favoured Andy there. Shields down on Zuckus already.
I wonder if we'll see Benji triggering a 0 stop, removing the stress with Baffle, and then K-turning.
He was expecting Magva to go possibly faster or have turn 1 there to K-turn in front, but didn't quite pan out. But then again, as you said, he's got electronic baffles,
I think the bump is quite favourable for him there.
Yeah, no additional... Obviously, Magva can't spend tokens on the attack then, which is good.
Luke possibly bump into Zuckas as well.
Have a look. Oh, okay. Looks like Andy was expecting Zuckus to be going slower, to be honest, and Luke now doesn't have arc on Magva, sorry, on Zuckus, and I don't think also has arc on Zizor, so actually that has worked out pretty good for Ben. He can just concentrate on Magva right now if he wants. Although looking at, I think he's got marksmanship on Luke with Zizor, so maybe that would just be a better option.
So which ship would you go for if you facing Anders list, Magva or Luke? Would there be a specific one you would be like at the start of the game would be like, right, I'm gonna go for him?
I mean, for me, Luke is the powerhouse. Those proton torpedoes are just scary. Being able to regen the force when he becomes the defender, you want to take him out quick. Magva's ability is really good defensively. But there's so much more health there on Magva to take out. So for me, Luke is the one to take out. He's the one that's going to put the most damage out there. I mean, target proton torp.
I guess with Luke, you kind of want a lot of firepower going into him. I think just one-on-one, are you going to struggle?
Yeah, it's almost like you need both ships going for him at the same time. If you can force starve him in the first attack so that he's only got one for the second, like if you can initiative him as well and make him spend all of his force in the initiative like before he gets to shoot, that would be absolutely ideal, but it's going to be tough. Oh, another damage in on Zuckus there. But yeah, I think for me, and yeah, Luke is the one to take out. Yeah. Inside. I think Zuckus.
Yeah, I think you go for Zuckus.
Because he's got that really strong potential damage output, and he's easier.
Star Viper could be quite tricky to pin down.
Yeah. If you can get Zuckus down early and have both of your ships still up and in a good position, it makes it harder for Zizor to be as tricky as you want. And there is the electronic baffles trigger, getting rid of the stress so they can complete that K-turn.
Has Andy called it and swung around?
Done the 180.
Mm.
I mean, I'd love to see it, but then it does leave.
He's also in a good position to hunt down the Star Viper, and he has called it.
Yeah.
Nice.
You know, I don't hate it at all. I really like that move. It's interesting to see. Now it's interesting to see if Ben called that to get in behind Magva. Possibly not. Maybe he thought that Magva was going to be moving forward. Think. Oh, this is one of those times where Ben probably wishes he had a regular barrel roll, because I don't think he's got marksmanship there. But he could be in a nice blocking position on Luke.
Has Luke done okay?
Oh, he has done the K-turn. And he's got the target lock there on Zizor at the moment. Is that outside of range 1? Oh, it is range 1, so no proton torps, but still a 4-dice shot. With the force and the target lock. And the target lock. pretty good, to be honest.
Oh,
Oh, that's
dodge
a
that
great
one.
roll of evades there, yeah. And he would have preferred to have stuck in on Zuckus there, but when you got a target opportunity like that, wow.
Magma's in
Okay.
trouble. Only one dice.
Yep, that's a lot of damage. That's half points on Magva, and what are those 2 crits? That's a weapons failure and a stunned pilots. Oh, weapons failure is not ideal at all. He wants as many dice as he can to throw at Zuckus. Hard to tell. I think that's range 1 though.
Taking the extra dice.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Zuckus really needs mods when he's chucking that many dice.
Yeah. And there's the disrespect evade. That is a shame. I mean, Magva's obviously going to be 1 less, so it's only going to be 3 from Magva, but she does have the target lock as well. I think just go for it. 2 hits. And they go through. Zuckus is not in a good place right now.
Yeah, I feel Luke can just finish off Zuckus next turn.
Problem is, Magva's stressed, so can't
Yeah,
turn
it's
around.
whether Benji can take Magva down at the same time. They're both the same amount of points, right?
Yeah, all ships on here are 5 points. There's no advantage for taking either ship down in a points capacity. It is purely just getting them off the board, but it's going to be interesting because if Luke can't take out Zuckus, which would be unlikely, I mean, you look at the initiative, so like, Luke has to take Zuckus down and then just realise that he's not going to get a shot at Zizor this time. Unless Luke goes for a ridiculous range 1 on Zizor to try and wipe him out, possibly with some incredible dice and incredible crits. But I think...
Yeah, I think you take Zuckus out with Luke first.
Yeah, take Zuckus out. Hope that Magva survives. She's got the focus, so that's good. Does Magva get the bump? I think Magva gets the bump, so there we go. That's... is good for Andy right there.
This might tempt Andy to take a range 1 at Zizor.
If he hadn't have taken the focus, I'd be more tempted.
It is really tempting to take that range 1 shot, but
Yeah,
I do think taking Magva out here, taking Zuckus out here is the
he's got the lock on
better
Zuckus.
call.
I think take Zuckus out, because obviously with Magva and Zuckus both being initiative 3, if you don't take Zuckus out, Zuckus is going to get to shoot.
Yeah.
And yes, Magva will have nothing to shoot this turn, but I prefer to have Magva not shooting at anything than Zuckus be able to get a random bonus shot out there and do some serious damage on Luke.
So is this Proton Torps into
Proton
Zuckus?
Torps into Zuckus.
I'll do it.
He's already dead. You don't need to do it, he's already dead. So there we go. That, I think, is the right call. Yes, you're passing up a potentially nice range 1 shot onto Zizor, but Zizor has a focus. He has 3 of 8s. Zucker's only has one evade and a focus. You get 2 go through, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yes, Magva has no shot, but Luke is also now not being shot at.
And Zyza hasn't really got a great shot.
Range 0, 3 dice, no mods. And that's not terrible. So 2. So
Yeah.
Magva is going to survive. Magva is really going to survive this. So that's an absolute win-win situation. I mean, 11 minutes to go. 5-2 in Andy's favour. Yes, it's Zizor is up against. Magva is hurting a lot. So if Zizor can somehow avoid Luke whilst focusing Magva down, it's going to make for an interesting match. I mean, the Star Viper's got the maneuverability to do some crazy shenanigans. I mean, what would you... Range 1 barrel roll?
I like the K2, given the calculate to Luke, means that Luke doesn't have to use his force as much.
Telegraphs is obviously doing a blue, but I think at this stage you kind of know that's guaranteed. So, question is, not stressing himself. I think setting up for the 3 sloop with pattern analyzer next turn. Maybe a barrel roll down the board could have been quite nice set up for next turn to come back around, but I think he just needs to get that. He just needs to keep guns on Magva. Oh, Luke.
Luke. You forgot how to shoot. That
You remembered how to shoot.
More like it. Yeah, he didn't forget. He's just a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, calculated force. He was just. It was the glare of the Zuckers going to. Oh. So that third dice knocked the other one. So that is big. That's half points on Zizor. Really need to see. Oh, that's not bad. 3 hits go through marksmanship for a crit. Could this be hit crit? Eagerly watching that flip card. Not a direct hit. Looks like disable power regulator. That's tough. Luke is just in such a good position now just to slow march his way behind Zizor.
Yeah, just keep doing the ones.
But I do think we might see a 3 sloop pattern analyzer. Got the template out. Roll to the left, down towards that obstacle.
Don't know if there's enough room.
No.
Yeah, don't think there was enough room to do a bendy barrel to the left.
If he had a regular barrel roll, he could have done
it.
Yeah. Maybe when we see the Star Viper re-release, they might get a convict card for like the you may do a regular barrel roll. I mean, God, that would be ridiculous.
That would be a lot of options.
That might be too much, actually. Oh, Luke. Put R2 back online, mate. That is not good.
Time to use his mods. Ooh.
Knows Ben. He didn't want to do that, but that does.
Yeah, didn't want to spend his focus, but got no choice.
But he only needs. Oh no!
Oh, that's a
Oh,
shame. Might be enough though.
might be enough.
You gotta hope it's enough. PS kill him.
Oh,
Oh.
that having to spend that. I mean, he could have potentially not spent it and been left on one, but too risky. But if you'd have had that, that would have been Magford down. That would have been the game opened right up there.
Oh. Got the rock.
It's Luke's lock that he spent earlier. Problem is, Magford's going to do that one forward ion, and I don't think Zizor's going to be able to get into a position to capitalise on that and not get shot by Luke. The only thing Zizor can do is a deliberate bump to try and keep guns on.
Yeah, just try and
There
bump
we go.
Luke, I think.
No, bumping Magford to keep the guns on there.
Oh, Luke's just done a steady one forward. Oh, I think it's gone for the K-turn.
Fifth,
Oh.
by the look of it. Clearly expecting.
I think he was probably expecting Zizor to go straight.
Yeah. I like what Ben's done there, though. I think that was. If he can survive this shot from Luke, that was a good shout. I mean, trying to take out Luke, though, in just over 2 minutes is going to be tough. The green dice that Ben was looking for. Two. Indeed,
Magva is refusing today.
that is just rude. Just rude. I don't think, unless Ben just does another deliberate bump. But I think Magva just 90 degrees there, yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
go for 180. I think if
I guess the only thing you can do is just bump again and try and get a shot on. Luke's not going to threaten you.
No. Turn it away. I would think maybe doing that one bank deliberate bump would have been better. But at the same time, I think he might have actually kept himself out of Magva's arc, but he could have just initiative killed. But there was no way at that point for Ben to get enough points to even tie up the game with Luke on 5 health, unfortunately. But the question is...
Surprised Andy didn't do a cheeky R2D2 there.
Yeah.
Did you get that? Just top himself back up to full health before the end.
Get himself ready for the finals. Dice Cam obviously ran out of batteries at this point, guys. Really sorry about that. But no damage going through. But there we go. Very well fought there by these two players, and Andy does take 4 points for the win there. 3 points for the game, 1 point for the ship kill, which for those of you that are paying attention does mean he makes it into our top 4. So let's look at the final standings for the top 4 to see who has taken which spots and who will be facing who in our finals. So Ben, you had cemented yourself at the top of the leaderboard with 23 points. Andy and Josh tying on 17 points, going back to their matchup, which Andy did actually win. So he takes second place, and Ben G is taking fourth spot there. Wes just missing out by a single point there. It was so very close. But that does mean that our finals will be Ben versus Josh, so no repeat of Season 4 final, and Andy versus Benji in the semi-finals, and then going to a third place of finals, and they are coming next week, guys. They are absolutely cracking games. Looking forward to getting those up for you. But Ben, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on making it once again to the top 4.
Thank you for having us on the stream, and thank you again for running another excellent Flight Academy.
It's only as good as the players we have on, so that sounds really cheesy, but I mean it. Absolutely love running this. It's always good fun just having loads of players, just having a great time. But guys, that is the round robin done. The finals are next week, and you don't want to miss that. So like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.